There are some movies opening this weekend that I hope are great. Ashley, what do we got on tap?
We've got two. First up, Ice Age Collision Course. Scrat's epic pursuit of the elusive acorn catapults him into the universe where he accidentally sets off a series of cosmic events that transform and threaten the Ice Age world. To save themselves, Sid, Manny, Diego, and the rest of the herd must leave their home and embark on a quest full of comedy and adventure, traveling to exotic new lands and encountering a host of colorful new characters. Also coming out is Lights Out. When Rebecca, Teresa Palmer, left home, she thought that her childhood fears were behind her. As a young girl growing up, she was never really sure of what was real when the lights went out at night. Now her little brother, Martin, Gabriel Bateman, is experiencing the same unexplained and terrifying events that jeopardize her safety and sanity. Holding a mysterious attachment to her mother, Maria Bello, the supernatural entity has returned with a vengeance to torment the entire family.
All right, well, the one I really want to talk about is Lights Out, but I will table that so we can get the Ice Age, is it Collision Course?
Yeah.
Out of the way. Schnepp and I, you and I did a number of trailer reactions for this thing.
And we like the outer space one.
We like seeing the squirrel go for the acorn, and it ends up being this huge catastrophic
like, could that be the whole movie?
Yeah. Christian has actually seen the film.
What?
Did.
So he can steer it because he's a huge fan of the franchise.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
What did you think of Ice Age Collision Course? Are Schnepp and I going to enjoy this?
I thought that the last one was an abomination.
Continental Drift.
Continental
Drift. It was so
Drift.
hard to sit through those movies. There's 5 of these movies.
Oh
5
my
of them.
God.
I took my daughter to see it going, let's see how
This
it is
fifth
for
one.
this 5th one. It's not that bad.
Wow.
It's not that bad.
Saying that because you were with your daughter and it was a good bonding experience?
Well, that's definitely a litmus test to find out like if she's getting bored, then the movie's definitely gonna sink to high heaven. But she didn't. She was into it, and yeah, there were some cool characters. Simon Pegg's character was really cool. But I wound up getting some enjoyment out of it when I thought I was going to hate it. I was like, okay, I'm just going to have to stick through this one. But it's enjoyable. It's not one of those brilliant animations people are going to be running around going, oh, this is the next Inside Out, or it's just it serves the franchise well. It's going to be good for kids. It's a good movie for parents to take their kids to see, but I don't think it's going to have that kind of adult. There are people who go, oh, you know what? I enjoyed it as well. It's not one of those things. It's just a matter of it's a good family film.
Well, it's picked up the baton from Secret Life of Pets and running with it, so you could have another animation smash on your hands. But Schnepp, there's a movie coming out for guys more of our cut, where you have the Lights Out movie. It's a horror film. It came from this really horrific short on YouTube that was so well done. Now it's a feature film. You've seen it. Does it pull it off as well as that short did?
It certainly does. David Sandberg is the guy who made that original short. James Wan was like, look, man, I want you to make this into a feature film. And that's what they did. And I think it's a very successful horror film. It's a tiny film. It works really well. The tension is there the entire time. Literally, if you watch the trailer, it doesn't ruin the movie. You get the idea, though, when you turn the lights on, you can't see this weird creature. When the lights go off, she's like a little bit closer. You turn the lights back on, then you turn it off. So you might want to just have all the lights on forever, right, Wendy, who saw it with me and left the lights on when she saw it that day.
What do you think about the movie, Wendy?
I definitely went home and turned my lights on. I slept with them on that night. No, it's really creepy, and I like that it was very tense throughout the whole movie. Great jump scares. I loved it.
Yeah, Diana. She's the horror that you got to keep the lights on for. I thought it was really well done, and for a small horror film, it kept that tension from the very beginning all the way to the credits. So I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Oh, good. I cannot wait to see Lights Out. It's from the same production company that does all the Conjuring movies. James Wan involved with that. David Sandberg directing it, who also did the short film. Ashley, if you and I are going to the movies and I give you the choice between Ice Age 5 or Lights Out, which one are you taking and why?
It's definitely going to be Lights Out. I remember seeing this short way back when. Like, I don't even know how many years it came out a while ago. And if James Wan is backing up something, like, you got to believe it's going to be good. And I'm so excited that you said it's good because, like, now I'm even more pumped.
Yeah, you'll scream. There's a couple, and there's like in the audience that we saw with a bunch of critics and stuff. There, you couldn't help but like, don't do that. You heard people like talking like, come on. I yelled out, come on, like once or twice. Like, no one would, don't go down there. Like, you can't help but yell at the screen. So it's one of those films, and it's really fun too.
I'm going to get a large corn and enjoy the hell out of that movie. That's just a couple of the movies that are coming out this weekend. A lot of good options right now. Go to amctheaters.com for all your box office and Showtime ticket information.